Hi friends. So today what we're going to do, it's actually the same day, but I got dressed. We are going to read chapters 15 and 16 in our book Rules. And remember, we are always jotting things down. So this is chapter 15. You could put it in like a circle on the top of your sticky note. And you're jotting things down that you're thinking about. So we just finished the chapter where our friend Catherine got to go to the pond with her new neighbor who she'd been so excited about. And now Christy is saying, bring Jason to the dance. And this is what she's dealing with. Her last words in chapter 14 were guilty, complicated, hidden, and weak. And it seems to me like Catherine's starting to figure out some things about herself, and it's really important for us to recognize that as readers. So here I go. Solving one problem to create another. I look over the top of my sketchbook at Jason's mother standing alone. Before I can ask where Jason is, she opens the door and he comes into the waiting room on his own. He has a new wheelchair with a joystick on the armrest. His fingers circle the joystick, and the wheelchair whirs past the front windows across the carpet right up beside me. Wow! I toss my sketchbook on the waiting room couch. How wonderful, Mom says. He never wanted a motorized chair before, Mrs. Morehouse smiles at my mom, but lately he wants to do lots of things for himself. He's even doing his hand exercises again. Jason reddens, slipping open his communication book. And since his birthday is this weekend, Mrs. Morehouse continues, his father and I knew this would be the perfect present for him. This is cool. I lean close for a good look. How's it work? Jason positions his hand on the joystick and the chair surges, a foot forward, then back. Catherine, walk. Outside. Me, too. You want to take a walk? Outside? I glance at his mother. With me? Take my cell phone. She opens her purse. Call here if you need help. The phone number is on the business cards at the reception desk. The receptionist circles the phone number on the card, but even with the number, the cell phone, 2 blank cards, and a pencil in my pocket, I don't feel prepared. What if I can't help him? Or if he needs something and I can't understand him? I hold the door open, and on his 4th try, Jason makes the turn around the door frame. All the way down the ramp, I hold my breath, repeating slow, slow in my head like a prayer so he doesn't go too fast and tip or fall. At the bottom of the ramp, I let my breath go in a relieved whoosh. Where to? Clusters of people stand near the shops and the brick sidewalks look too bumpy and uneven for a wheelchair. I wish I could take Jason to Elliot's Antiques and show him all the bottles and old things, but there's a long flight of stairs and the aisles are too narrow for a wheelchair. Water, Jason taps. You need a drink? Go to water. Between the buildings, waves glitter and sun diamonds. I scan the route for problems. Down the parking lot, watch out for broken tar and the sewer grate. Cross the street, easy. Go to the driveway at Otis's Hardware and use the little ramp to the curb, a sharp turn. Down the sidewalk in front of Coastal Marine Supply, looks good from here. After that, smooth paths run all the way through the waterfront park, home free. I glance back to the clinic. Mom and Mrs. Morehouse wave from the window. Okay, but we can't stay long. Your mom will be mad if you miss speech. Whatever, speech. I walk beside his wheelchair and imitate speech woman. Well, Jason, I guess your day stinks. Footsteps pound behind us, and 2 women jog by, one on each side of Jason and me. One of the women gives Jason a soft-eyed pity look. Watching the soles of their sneakers running away, I push my hands into my pockets, touching my pencil, the business card, and the flat-topped buttons of Jason's mother's cell phone. Maybe I shouldn't have agreed to go so far. As we reach the crosswalk, a car stops for us. I stare at the curls of hair on the back of Jason's neck as we cross the street. An old couple stands at the curb, the woman hunting for something in her purse. Excuse me, I say, we need the ramp. Oh, sorry. The man glances at Jason's legs. They move on, the woman still searching her purse. I walk ahead on the sidewalk, kicking away the pine cones and rocks and sticks so his chair won't get stuck on them. When I turn back, Jason's coming up behind me, his fingers resting in sharp angles on his communication book, his eyes fixed on the water. It's beautiful, isn't it, I say? He nods. More than. awesome. What? What word means more than awesome? Yes. Looking across the sun-dazzled waves, I have no word. I think after awesome, you're done with words. Make card. More than words. Even though we're blocking the sidewalk and people have to step on the grass to go around us, I take a blank card from my pocket and write more than words across the top. Searching for something to draw, not even the ocean seems enough. No picture. In his book, the card stands out against the others that I've made, plain as a field of snow. You're right, I say. This way it can be anything you imagine. The air smells fishy, a green-brown, deep water smell. I choose the path winding along the shore, leading to a row of red-painted benches facing the ocean. Down the shoreline, a fishing boat pulls to the dock at the seafood restaurant, and a man in a long white apron rushes down the gangplank to meet the boat. Side by side, Jason and I take up the whole path. A girl bumps my arm, rushing around us, walking 2 black poodles. Sorry, she says over her shoulder. I whisper to Jason, she's late for the dog show. Jason flashes me a grin. Maybe that bench by the wharf? Usually I love listening to the pilings creaking, purring boat motors, and the sharp Kiao of gulls, but today my ears are full of the sound of Jason's wheelchair and the silence of people who suddenly stop talking as we pass. A man meets my gaze. He smiles, but I can only nod back, unable to let go of the clench of my teeth. At the long town wharf, a seagull stands on twig legs facing the wind, shaking his feathers dry. He reaches around to preen his wing as a group of preschoolers leans over the wharf railing, dropping rocks off the side. I hear snatches of voices as we come closer to the wharf. You don't even need this, but it'll make you feel better. Reaching down, a girl puts a bandage on a little boy's elbow. Her head is bowed, and I know her hair parted on the side, a strand separate from having been twirled. I fall to one knee on the path and dip my head to peer between the slats of an empty bench. Was that boy in an accident? The child says, pointing at Jason. Did he get hurt? I watch Christy startle, looking at Jason. She turns away quickly and touches her index finger to the child's lips. Shh, it's not polite to talk about people. Jason backs his wheelchair up the path toward me, and I lean so his chair is between Christy and me. He stops, struggling, and he stops, struggling to look over his shoulder at me. I'm coming, I say. He taps, but I can't see his communication book from the ground, and I'm too scared to stand up. My shoelace is tied, but I hold the loops in my fingers, knowing when I let go I'll have to do something. Why can't I just stand up and say, "Hi, Christy"? This is a time for a sticky note. Stop and try to think about the way that Catherine is feeling right now. What is making her not face up to who Christy is if she wants Christy to be such a good friend? Is that a good friend? Catherine just is so concerned about what other people think about her. We have to be careful of that. Okay, grab your partner's hand. Everyone, a woman yells. Time to get back to the bus. I peek enough to see Christy take the child's hand. She follows the line of children, stuffing bandage wrappers in her shorts pocket. I stand slowly. I'm all set. At the empty bench closest to the wharf, I sit on the very edge of the wooden seat and watch Christy growing tinier the farther she walks down the pathway. Jason taps, and I tear my focus away from Christy, passing the last street light on the edge of the park. Catherine, pretty today. I nod. It's a pretty day. It's a very pretty day. Jason touches my arm. Catherine, pretty. My neck feels prickly. I rub it, looking down to a frill of seaweed, bits of rope, and a broken lobster trap caught between huge rocks at the water's edge. What does he mean? Is he being nice or telling me he likes me? When things get confusing, make a joke. That's a rule. No, I cross my eyes at him. I'm a dork. Jason doesn't smile. We should get back. Speechwoman will be coming to get you. But Jason doesn't circle his fingers on the joystick. He turns to a new page in his communication book. My birthday party. Do you want to come? The words sit alone on the page, new and homemade. My birthday party has red and blue balloons and a chocolate brown cake. I don't know why, but I feel jealous that his mom made him nicer cards than usual. But that feeling mixes with sadness that he had to ask her to make these words so he could invite me to his party. I tell myself it's a simple invitation to a birthday party, not a date. Sure, when's your party? Saturday. My breath catches. This Saturday? Jason nods. Is good? Yeah, it's great. No problem at all. Walking back to the clinic, a woman reading on the grass, stares over the top of her book at Jason. I stare back. Even though I told Jason it was great that his party is Saturday, it's more than great. It solves everything. Almost. Don't forget what Saturday is. It's that dance that she doesn't want to go to. But isn't it so interesting the way that when Christy was at the pond, she was sitting there and she was talking about how split she felt between her mother and her father, and now here Catherine is split between Christy and Jason. Now we're on chapter 16, and the rule that starts this chapter is no dancing unless I'm alone in my room or it's pitch black dark. 6, David calls as a gray pickup drives by on the road. And 36 minutes and 27 seconds. I wish I could just walk up to Christy's porch steps and ring the doorbell like nothing happened today at the park, but I can't get my feet to move. 7 cars. David holds out his watch. And 35 minutes, 55 seconds. Remember the rule, I say absently. Late doesn't mean not coming. Beside me on the porch swing, David rocks, bobbling the swing. When I first agreed to sit with David so Mom could call clients, I tried to draw, but David keeps jogging the swing out of rhythm, wobbling my pencil lines. What will happen in September? Will Christy stand with me at the bus stop or with Ryan? And what will happen when I don't see Jason every week? Will our friendship disappear? The front door opens and Mom steps onto our porch. Catherine, Christy's on the phone. David, let's go in the backyard. The walk through the living room and down the hallway to the phone feels extra long. Did Christy see me at the park? Hi, it's Christy, she says when I pick up the phone. I just got home from day camp. I signed up to make 2 posters to use at the dance. Want to help? Sure. I twist the cord around my finger. The phone cord around my finger. About the dance. Did you ask Jason? I twist the cord tighter, my fingertip turning purple with backed up blood. We can't come to the dance. Jason invited me to his birthday party that same day. His birthday party? Yeah, he's having a birthday party on Saturday. Well, how about after the party? I really can't, I say, my finger throbbing. Christy exhales loud and long in my ear. Will you still help me make posters? I promise to make 2 big ones. Sure. I untwist the phone cord. Let's make them at your house. Mom's taking a nap. I check out the window for David. He's swinging hard on the wooden swing Dad made for him. Mom rests against the slide, a cell phone to her ear. Leaning all the way back, David laughs, his eyes scrunch shut as he pumps his legs. I can't stand that feeling, free falling through the sky with my eyes closed, but David loves it. Come on over. In my room, I collect markers, pencils, my ruler, paints, and brushes until Christy arrives. Her blank white poster board reminds me of Jason's cards, only huge. We need 1 sign for the admission desk and 1 for the refreshment stand. Christy lays the poster board on my checkered rug. Which one do you want to make? I shrug. I'll make the one for the admission desk. It needs to say dance and how much it costs, Christy says. Kneeling in front of the poster boards, there's so much whiteness, I'm tempted to find a soft lead pencil and draw tiny footprints. Maybe 2 sets. Walking through a wind-swept field of snow. Sorry. My marker squeaks as I write each huge red letter. D tipping forward, A leaning back, N shivery, C stretched tall, and the lines of E poking at funny angles. The word itself dancing. I begin a border of fireworks exploding around the edges of the poster. Awesome fireworks. You're a good artist, Christy says, grimacing at her pillow fat letters spelling refreshments. R is big, but each letter after is a little smaller. Like if the word kept going and going, it would disappear. Maybe if you color them in? She picks up a yellow marker. I think I need another color for those fireworks. I show her my poster. What do you think? You didn't use green. Christy hands me the marker. I still wish you were coming to the dance. It's better since I don't dance. In fact, I have a rule against it. No dancing unless I'm alone in my room or it's pitch black dark. Christy huffs. That's a dumb. My door bangs open. For a change, I'm glad to see David standing there, his face flushed like from swinging. David, do you like to dance? Christy stands up. Holding the green marker, I look between David, waiting in my doorway, and Christy, choosing a CD from my shelf. Let's show Catherine how. Don't. I scramble to my feet. He'll step on the posters, but Christy starts my Avril Lavigne CD. Come on, David. She shimmies her body, elbows bent, her hair swinging. Let's dance. When David dances, it's from his heart, from the inside out. Jumping around my room in all-over wiggly dance, feet kicking, he steps on markers. Cinnamon and Nutmeg start squealing. Quiet, pigs! David claps his hands over his ears. Stop it! I snatch the posters off the floor as his heel snaps my ruler in half. Stumbling across the room to my CD player, I wince as markers jab my bare feet. I turn the music off. Why'd you do that? Christy asks. As I lay the posters back on the floor, I hear a car door slam outside. David is gone from my room so fast my calendar flutters in the breeze as he makes running past. Ready to go, sport? I hear Dad call, late again. You're no fun. Christy flops back onto my rug. Behind my eyes, I feel the sizzle of tears. I want to be fun, but I don't like when people make David look stupid. I asked him to dance. How is that making him look stupid? He liked it, didn't he? Her marker squeaks, scribbling hard strokes. Kneeling beside her, I uncap the green marker. Did your mom say that you can only go to the dance with Ryan if I go too? I thought you said you couldn't go. I can't. Then it doesn't matter, she says, not looking at me. We finish our posters, barely talking. Green ruins my fireworks. I trace the lines and burst, wishing there was a way to go backward and make them what I wanted them to be. See you in the next chapter.